guys, welcome back to Homegirl Handbook. I am happy to see you guys, and I'm feeling a little vibe today, so got a good episode. I'm really excited about this one too, it's kind of based off of what I've been going through this week, right? Certain conversations that I've been having. So the other week we had a Bible study at church, and they talked about singles. It was all catered to singles, and we had a lot of discussions there. And then I talked to my boss last week as well, and he and I had a discussion about singles and real estate and how they're kind of really feeling about everything. So that leaves me to this question. Ready? Hi guys, welcome to. I'm so ready for this. For this cover, Vanna White down here somewhere, where you guys can like, share. This question and our topic for this week is: are we really living single? We are living. Yeah, all of that. All my 90s people and after, they know what living single is. But are we really doing it? That's what we're going to ask today. That's what we're going to figure out today. So I looked up some stats on everything just to kind of see and kind of gauge everything. So I found out a lot of singles aren't really buying like that. And it blows my mind because I really just don't understand why. Is it the fear thing? Because we've talked about that. What is the problem? I looked up the stats, and like married couples are like 60% of the real estate market. Single women are 19% and guys are 9%. Boo, tomatoes. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. We should be higher than that, y'all. Like, if you really think about it for real, if you were dating somebody and they had a house, or if you were preparing to marry somebody, they had a house, you had a house, y'all get married, y'all got 2 properties. Like 2 plus 2, 1 plus 1 is 2. There we go. Might need to go back to math class. 1 plus 1 is 2. Double property. You got income coming from both ways if you want. You can sell one, you can live in one. So many opportunities, and you're just totally missing it. We have to get up on our game. So are we really living single? Are we really doing it? I feel like the main issue is that us as millennials, we don't see the value of ownership. And I'm like, okay, why is that? Why do I think that is? The reason for that, a lot of people, or a lot of us millennials, right? We're used to stuff being given to us quickly. We're not waiting too long to do things. We want to, get to it. Drive-throughs, faster, things happening really quickly. Also, like, why do you think like Instagram shorten their stories? Because I'm guilty of it too. If I'm scrolling through and it takes you too long to get to the point, I'm going to the next video. I completely understand. I fall in the category too, so I understand. But we don't like to wait on things. I was listening to a Miles Monroe video today, and he was talking about the way that pearls and diamonds were made. If you haven't listened to Dr. Monroe, please, Miles Monroe, definitely listen to him. He was talking about the way that pearls and diamonds are made. He said, first of all, they take time, and they're hard to find. It's hard to come by, and diamonds are made with pressure, force, heat. Pearls take a long time in an oyster before they're done. Things take time. Real estate is exactly the same way. It's going to take you some time to see the gains that you're trying to see. And us as millennials, if we don't feel like we see it like quick, fast, in a hurry, we're not going to do it, right? So what I figured out to help you, the best way to help you is you need to focus on long-term goals and short-term goals, okay? So like, if you're looking for, let's say, gratification, if you're looking for short-term gratification, you need to stay in an apartment, okay? But if you're looking for something that'll build up your life, that'll add wealth, you are looking for long-term gratification. That means pleasure that happens over time, right? So what you need is something that'll kind of work for you with you staying there. You might not see it at first, but once it starts growing, it's there. Like bamboo stays in ground for like 7 years before you actually see it growing. That's exactly with a house. May not be 7 years, but just depending on where you get it from, but it might not take that long. You're going to take some time before you see kind of what really happens. With properties, you have leverage. So let's say, somebody won't give you a loan. If you have a house, that's like cash to them, right? So that's one reason for wanting to do that. You have a leverage now. There's so many gains. I was talking to this lady and I gave her the best example, and I'm gonna try my best to kind of talk through it right now. This is the best way to look at it, okay? When you pay your rent, right? You're paying your rent. Let's say your rent's like $1,700. You're paying your rent, right? The apartment complex that you stay at, they bought and built these apartments for a certain amount of money, right? We can all agree that inflation is real, right? Over time, the cost or value of that apartment goes up, right? And we assume that's why our rent goes up. Not the case. The property value of that apartment complex goes up, right? It's worth more than whenever you first moved in. So that's why you assume that your rent goes up. Not so. Your rent goes up because they can charge you more for it. They're not paying more. They're paying what they bought it for. They're not paying for the value of it. So they're getting money as far as the value of the apartment complex going up. They're getting more money from you by raising your rent, and their mortgage payment stays the same. Crazy, huh? It's the craziest thing. So if you're looking for a reason to buy, you don't have to worry about it going up. It's not going anywhere. If anything, you can refinance it and bring it on down. So don't let that be a reason that stops you from doing that. And then also, you don't have to worry about your lease ending. There's so many people where I hear they're like, my landlord, we have to be out. They sold the property or whatever. It's your mortgage. Nobody can kick you out unless you don't pay. If you don't pay, you gotta find somewhere to stay. But if you paid it, you're good to go. Like, no one can kick you out. This is yours. You own that. Commitment is going to be needed here. If you got commitment issues, this might not be the one for you, okay? So it makes me think of Proverbs 3:5, which says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, okay? You have to trust God that he got you. I was listening to Sarah J. Parker's today, and she did a sermon about trust your heart. Was it trust your heart? Trust your heart, I think it was, that she did like a couple weeks ago. That's exactly what you have to do. You got to trust your heart and lean not on your own understanding, because your own understanding will cause you to settle for their short gratification. Your understanding will have you not doing stuff right. That is not it. Okay, it will bring fear in. It will cause you to stay in an apartment for 30 years. It's too scared to take a risk. It's going to have you all over the place, and you can't afford that. The longer you wait, the more it's going to cost you, the more expensive stuff gets. Get ahead of it now. That way you have something. That way, even if things go up, you're not concerned about it because you are gaining more, right? You're getting more money. You're gaining more equity as things go up. So it doesn't really hinder you or bother you at all. So it's time for us to stand up, guys. Millennials, I am talking to y'all, talking to us, talking to everybody that listens. We need to stand up on what we need to do. It's obvious. Please don't be naive or feel like you don't want to do the research or to try to understand it. It's not as complicated as you may think it is. And like I had a client this week that told me, he was like, wow, I really didn't think I would qualify, or I didn't think I would qualify for anything at all or much of anything. And he got qualified for way more than he thought. But it was just taking that step, trusting in God, making sure that, he has his credit together, making sure he has some bread saved, making sure all of those things. And it could get you into a home, into ownership, something that you own and gives you like leverage, right? That's what you need. And I'm here to help you get that, okay? So now I finished my little rant. If you guys like what you see, like what you hear, share, comment, all of that. I forgot to say it at the beginning. It was going to happen one of these days because I always forget. Like, share, comment. If you are in the Raleigh or North Carolina area looking for an agent, I'm your girl, hit me up. text me, email me, or whatever. And I want to point out too, if you're not in the Raleigh area or North Carolina area, I've had people reach out as well. Still hit me up. I can refer you to somebody in wherever you're located, okay? That way we can still make sure you're taken care of in the way that I would take care of you. And I can still help out the best I can, okay? So, love you guys. Until next time. Bye.